one last time.
Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, or should we say, the movie formerly known as Dead Reckoning Part 2. Let's be real. This franchise has been Tom Cruise's baby since the mid-90s, and he treats it the way some folks treat vintage cars. Polished, loud, and you're not allowed to touch it unless you know what you're doing. And this is his Bond, except instead of martinis and gadgets, you get running. Lots of running, mostly by him. Now, the series has been through a lineup of directors that reads like Mount Rushmore of stylized filmmaking between Brian De Palma and John Woo, J.J. Abrams and Brad Bird. And then finally, Cruise decided to put the ring on Christopher McQuarrie. And honestly, McQuarrie stuck around longer than anyone expected, like that one barista who's been working at your favorite coffee shop since 2015 and somehow remembers your order every time. They're popcorn flakes. They don't beg you for a rewatch the way Indiana Jones or The Back to the Future might. For me, they're more of a catch-up situation. You know, one of those, let me rewatch the last one real quick before the new one drops, only to forget most of it again a week later. And yet, Dead Reckoning Part 1, the movie now ghosted by marketing, I liked it. Maybe it was just me. The humor worked. The set pieces felt, well, fun, but then came Barbenheimer and Dead Reckoning got wiped off the map. Now we got Final Reckoning. And the tone, let's just say it carries the weight of the world. Literally, it's nuclear level stakes, but without the levity to make the journey, enjoyable. It's serious, it's brooding, it's long, clocking in nearly at 2 hours and 45 minutes. The runtime gives you two big set pieces, just two. One that involves a high-tension underwater sequence, and the other builds to a grand finale. And those sequences are crafted with precision. You can feel McQuarrie's hand in every frame, but the road to get there feels like a lot of sitting in a conference room discussing the philosophical implications of USB drives. It's like the Lord of the Rings, but with less magic and more exposition. And the ring is the key. It's important. We're told it's important a lot, and everyone wants the key. And sprinkled through the film are familiar faces. Some big-name character actors pop in. One standout, the return of a minor character from the very first Mission Impossible. Now, with a more prominent role. And that callback, that one moment, it's worth the price of admission. But I don't say that lightly. But for all of its technical polish, Final Reckoning doesn't feel like an event. It doesn't pull you in. And here's the thing. Tom Cruise still believes these films belong in theaters. That they demand the big screen. And maybe once that was true, but now it feels like audiences are just fine catching this kind of film from their couch, which brings me to the woman sitting right down the row from me. And let's just say she brought the couch with her. I mean, not literally, but with her phone lit up for the majority of the film. It sure felt like she thought she was in her living room. And look, I tried to be polite, did the polite glance, I tried the annoyed sign, but she just kept scrolling. Maybe she thought she was watching Final Reckoning on Paramount Plus already. But that moment alone kind of encapsulates the experience. It's not just about the movie. It's about how we engage with the movie. And Final Reckoning didn't demand my attention. It didn't push me to care. It just existed like any obligatory meeting on a Friday afternoon. You're there, but are you really there? And that's where I land on this. I admire what Cruise does. He risks his life for stunts. He throws himself off mountains. He flies helicopters. He's probably holding a boom mic between takes. But the sum of all these parts, these massive efforts, they don't build into something greater. They just exist side by side like trophies on a shelf with no one to dust anymore. And I appreciated the arc of that throwback character. And yes, the underwater scene was cool, but the movie didn't elevate the franchise. It didn't evolve. It just kind of filled the slot in the summer movie lineup. So if you're a diehard Cruise fan, you've probably seen it already. And if not, I wouldn't rush. I mean, it'll be on a streamer soon enough, and you can pause it and as often as you'd like. Just do me a favor. Enjoy the theater experience. Resist doom scrolling and keep your phone in your pocket. I appreciate you going on this film journey with me. And as always, be real.
What exactly is your plan?